All right, as is tradition in the band world, we're going to start our part of the concert with a march. And this is actually a march that we recently performed at OMEA and as well as at Kings Island. The band's been very busy over the last few weeks, as I'm sure you're aware. This piece is called the Darklands March by Randall Stanbridge, actually part of a larger symphony he wrote for band called Through the Darklands. If you listen carefully, you hear it's inspired by a piece, the Dies Irae plain chant, which, if you know the Latin, it translates to the Day of Wrath plain chant. So, kind of sets the mood for this song. This is called the Darklands March. So as I mentioned, tonight's all about celebrating what these kids have accomplished, and they sure have accomplished quite a bit over the last few years. And most notably, as I mentioned last couple weeks ago, we went to contests, and they became the first band in Finland history to go back-to-back superior ratings at OMEA contests. And we were absolutely looking forward to them carrying on their tradition. Guys, chance to be the first class to get, 6 superior ratings in a row at contests? Go for it. Yeah! We're going to move in, as if you've heard the band over the last few years, you know that we are big fans of jazz here at Franklin Heights. We're going to move into our ballad part of the song, which is the beautiful jazz ballad "Summertime" by George Gershwin from his opera Porgy and Bess. This is really absolutely a jazz band song, just happened to be written for a concert band. We're going to hear a saxophone solo in here. We're going to hear a lot of the trombone and low brass section. We're going to hear the trumpets using, it's a special type of mute called a wah-wah mute. Just all sorts of cool jazz stuff going on. This is they play the ballad Summertime. On the alto saxophone, great solo there, man. All right, another group of key people that I absolutely have to recognize here are the students that went solo and ensemble contest back in April. It's a really prestigious event where students get to prepare either as members of a small group or prepare solos. And a lot of our students went this year, and a lot of our students even were working on high school solos that they took to contest. So I'll try to remember everybody here, but starting off on a marimba solo in which he received a superior rating, we have Caesar, so the A's are in the back. Wave your hand, Caesar. Behind you, I'll get out of the way, we have on the bassoon solo, receiving an excellent rating, Jacob Harding. On a French horn solo, receiving a superior rating, we have Jessica Alexander. On alto saxophone, taking a saxophone solo, receiving an excellent rating, we have Gavin Majasic. On a clarinet solo, receiving a superior, we had Tatiana Sullivan. On a flute solo, receiving an excellent rating, we have Hannah Moore. They didn't know I was going to embarrass them. And on a flute solo, receiving a superior, we have Carissa Dillon. We also had an ensemble go, a woodwind quintet went, performed a very tricky piece and got a superior rating on that. If you were in the ensemble, please stand up. We had on clarinet, Tatiana and Michelle, Hannah on flute, and Jacob on string. And in the audience, but I was our first 7th grade concert. We're really proud of those students. They just really did a great job representing Finland. Very proud of the great ratings they received, the hard music that they worked on, and hope that next year in high school, many more of you decide to take a solo and take that step and go into solo and ensemble. It's a great experience. Before we play this next piece, just a little bit of background. If there was a Mount Rushmore of band composers, Percy Grainger would probably be the first person they put on it. He was one of the first composers to really begin writing serious music specifically for band. Before him, a lot of people would just take orchestra pieces and turn it into band, or they would just play marches like the John Philip Sousa or Henry Fillmore were writing. He was the first one person to write what was considered at the time serious music for the band. And one of his most famous pieces was a piece called Lincolnshire Posy. He took folk songs from all around England and Scotland and Ireland and that part of the world and turned them into essentially a symphony for band. This is actually the last movement from Lincolnshire Posy, The Lost Lady Found. It tells the story of a young lady in Scotland who was actually kidnapped by gypsies, and her fiancé goes off on a journey to try and find her. Meanwhile, her uncle is accused of killing her. It is actually being taken to the gallows when she bursts into the town square to announce that even though she was kidnapped, she is now found. So it sounds like kind of a scary, dramatic story, which it is, but fortunately it does have a happy ending. So this is The Lost Lady Found by Percy Grainger. Before we play our next piece, I think it's almost required that every middle school band does a Swearingen piece at some point in the school year. Mr. Swearingen was one of my professors at Chapman University, also was Mr. Stern's high school band director at Grove City High School many years ago. So we're always happy to play his music. And this is a piece that really fit our band well as we got ready for both OEA contest and our Kings Island performance. You know, we mentioned the jazz band success at Kings Island earlier. This band also had a lot of success at Kings Island. Played their contest pieces very well, received an excellent rating as well as second place in our class. So I had a great time at Kings Island, and of course we got to ride a lot of really good rides before the rain chased us out. So we're going to feature a piece by James Swearingen. This is called Fredom's Light. great year, and a lot of people to thank here for that great year. First, I want to recognize, sitting right behind me, you notice somebody forgot their polo this evening. Hunter's actually a freshman at Franklin Heights, was on the stage last year, well, Candace here. He's a freshman in the Franklin Heights March Band and volunteered to come in and help us out with our concerts since we unfortunately don't have a tuba on our band this year. So we're really glad that Hunter's able to come in and cite the music to play along with us. Thank you. I want to also thank just all the administration and all the staff at Finland who came out to support our kids. I know I saw Mr. Phillips in the back. One of the reasons we're so successful is because we have the support of a great administrative staff and all of my other colleagues at Finland Middle School. So thank you. And a group of people that we absolutely need to thank, a large reason we are so successful on stage is all of you, all the support you have given us over the years, taking them to private lessons, getting them their instruments, and getting to and from concerts. So students, can we give our parents a round of applause for all their hard work? As I've mentioned many times tonight, we're so excited to see what these guys can continue to accomplish in the future. We know the future here at Franklin Heights is very bright, and I'm very just excited to see these kids continue to keep playing. We've already gotten to see them at a few marching band rehearsals, and they don't look like a freshman class. They're coming in very prepared and are going to make a great impact on Franklin Heights when they get here. So we're excited. If you have already turned in your registration form, if you're signed up for high school band, you go ahead and rise right now so we see who our future captains are. So you can see it's a lot of our kids are going to be continuing in music into high school, and if anyone hasn't turned in their registration form and still wants to join high school band, absolutely not too late. Just reach out to either myself or Mr. Stern, and we'll find time to arrange a makeup meeting, get you the information you need and the registration form so we can get them signed up for high school band. I want to point out the date that's in the calendar right there. The only date that applies to you. June 8th is going to be our first summer band practice for these guys. So that's a Thursday night. They get about a week off, and then time to get ready for our 4th of July parade. Last person I want to thank, just the person who I absolutely could not do this job without, is Mr. Sturm. I know he's running around. I think he might be out back listening to the band, but absolutely could not do this job without him. Really happy that I have a great working relationship with him, and that he's able to come over here and listen to the kids every day, give us our feedback, and help us with many things. So, Mr. Sturm, wherever you are, thank you. I know you guys are in great hands next year at Franklin Heights. We're going to finish off with our last song. This is going to have a number of pieces that you will recognize. It's called John Williams in Concerts. I think, I'm not going to tell you what songs are in there because I'm pretty sure you're going to recognize just about all of them. again, and what a great year. At this moment, we're going to dismiss the kids back to the band room to pack up their instruments. I'm going to ask if you could stay in here to help alleviate the congestion.